Welcome to Heartglow CEO, where high achievers evolve into purpose-driven powerhouses. I'm Casey Rossi, your integrative leadership coach. Join us to break free from people-pleasing and burnout, exploring mindset, embodiment, and soul alignment. Discover expert insights, success stories, and actionable tips for holistic wealth on your terms. This is where transformation meets the modern female leader. Let's go. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Heartglow CEO podcast, where heart meets hustle in the most sacred of ways. I'm your host, Casey Rossi, and today we're tuning into a moment that pulses with ancient wisdom and modern relevance. It's solstice season, the turning of the light. Whether you're listening right on the cusp of summer solstice, or a few days or even weeks after, this message is still for you, because this isn't about a date on the calendar. It's about the season of your soul. Now, the summer solstice was marked this year on June 20th at 10:42 p.m. Eastern. It is the longest day of the year, a time when the sun seems to stand still at its highest arc in the sky. It's nature's moment of maximum expansion, visibility, and glow. I want you to think about that for a minute. Expansion, visibility, and glow. Because I love to borrow qualities of something that entices me. So those three things actually entice me. Expansion, visibility, and glow. And it's whispering to us, dear ones, now is the time to remember your light. Not later, not when the list is done, not when you're less tired or more together. Now. Because here's the thing. Solstice energy isn't a one-day wonder. It's a portal. It lingers, inviting us to recalibrate and rise. So wherever this finds you, maybe driving, folding laundry, or walking under the trees, take a breath with me. Let it be deep. Let it be solar. Let it connect you to the part of you that's been waiting to shine. So let's get some inspiration from nature and etymology. In Latin, solstice means sun standing still. And right now, the sun is in her full, unapologetic radiance. What would it look like for you to do the same? To pause, to stand still, and to soak in the season of your brilliance. So many of us, especially women in midlife, have been carrying it all around. We're running businesses, showing up for others, navigating hormones, aging parents, growing kids, and trying to keep some sense of self intact between all the to-dos, your inbox, the client calls, all the things. And it is no wonder that we crave sunshine and soul. It's no wonder our hearts are longing for stillness and radiance in equal measure. You know, I'm such a fan of duality and really looking at polar opposites, looking at the masculine and the feminine, black and white, night and day. So this examination between the equal measure of stillness and radiance is very interesting to me. But somewhere along the way, we've internalized that light only comes after productivity, that rest must be earned, that joy is extra. Let this solstice season be your sacred interruption. Let this season remind you your light is not a reward, it's your birthright. Your mission is not separate from your nourishment, it requires it. I'm going to say that again. I know because you're listening to this, you are a heart-centered leader. Whether you're leading a team, leading yourself, leading your family, you are a leader. And I want to just repeat this, that your mission is not separate from your nourishment. It requires it. Your radiance, it's not a luxury, it's your leadership. As a soulpreneur, Soulpreneur. Your inner sun is your business plan. It's so interesting. I used to talk a lot about solopreneurs, right? The business of one, where we're really looking at executing performance as me, myself, and I. You might have a VA, but generally it's like the weight is on your shoulders. I've shifted that to soulpreneur, SOUL, because part of this concept, which I would love it for it to be a reality for us, is that our inner sun is our business plan. Because there's such a shift, right? From thinking about we have to do this all on our own to, wow, I am grounded in this calm, confident brilliance. I'm being led by something greater than me, by a power that never dims or goes out. The soulpreneur. And I want you to hear this clearly. Your glow is not too much. Your passion, your voice, your way of doing business that integrates intuition, presence, and depth, it's needed desperately. The world is shifting. People are waking up. They are seeking authenticity, not automation. This may actually be a contrarian statement because there is such a rise of technology. We're seeing AI everything. So it's a little contrarian to say seeking authenticity over automation, but I know for myself that is still a deep yearning. I actually don't want to make my face an avatar. I may be curious to see how all of the hairstyles from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on look on me, but I actually resist personally the temptation to outsource self and to overutilize AI personally. That's a personal choice. It's really interesting. I was scrolling and I saw a good friend of mine and I was like, oh, damn, she looks great. She updated her profile pic and it like drew me right in. And like very, very quickly, I was like, oh, how many filters did it take to get this look? The blonde was blonder, there was a eyelash filter, the wrinkles were smoothed over, and it wasn't quite my authentic friend that I love so dearly. All right, that's a little side note, but I think that you'll agree there is a craving of realness over polish, of heart over hype, and you, my dear friend, are the answer to that craving. But only if you give yourself permission to take up space to really be seen, to be soft and strong and everything in between. So let's just pause for a minute and lean into a solstice ritual. Right here, right now. You can, if you're listening to this on your phone, bring me outside right now. Step outside. Let the sun kiss your skin. Even if it's cloudy, and I love this piece, is like, trust that the light is still there. And I think this is a really beautiful metaphor for life. Even if we are struggling and it feels dark, there is still that eternal flame inside of you that cannot be extinguished. And I think that, you can even get a sunburn even through cloud cover because the light is still there. There may be clouds. It may look like it's less shiny, but it still has power. You still have power despite ups and downs, despite bumps, despite maybe being in a stuck space or in a valley right now. So I invite you, if you can right now, do it. If you can't because you're doing something else, definitely put a pin in this. So you go outside. You look to the sky. You look to the sun. You trust that the light is there. Close your eyes. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. And say this out loud. I honor the light within me. I honor the light within me. I am here to shine. And just take a minute to breathe in that truth and receive it and repeat it. This is something that I feel we can wash, rinse, and repeat on a daily basis. We have to remind ourselves of our brilliance because life can damper it down. We can forget. We can slip back to mind lies and draw some dirt that can try to tell us otherwise. But you have light within you, and you are here to shine. And once you're in that space of really feeling grounded, bonus points if you take your shoes off, touch the earth, connect with Pachamama, breathe, receive, repeat, and then tune in. Give yourself more than 30 seconds to do this. And ask yourself, what am I ready to illuminate? What part of me wants to rise? And what is one thing that I can release that dims my glow? That's my invitation for your next step. And now the fire part, because this season has traditionally been celebrated with bonfires, which are this symbolic release of what no longer serves us. I'm actually chuckling because I'm looking at the thermostat right now, today in this moment as I record this, and my office is 82. I have my windows closed to kind of tune out that outside noise, and it's interesting because I am feeling the heat. Now, you don't need a literal flame, though if you have one nearby that's safe, go for it. I'm a huge lover of candles and of the element of fire. I think it's extremely powerful. If you have that, bring it into the space. If you don't, all you need is the willingness to let go. And it dovetails into those earlier questions. What can you shed? Maybe it's a belief that you're leaving behind. Maybe it's a habit of shrinking your voice in meetings, or a fear that you're too woo, or that your heart work is too weird to be taken seriously. Burn that. Burn it. Because you, love, are the keeper of the flame. Your soul-led work, your coaching, your writing, your healing hands, your leadership, it's part of the new paradigm that is happening now. It doesn't require you to be perfect or polished. It does ask you, though, to be present. And if your heart's willing, and if you want to answer that whisper, I am here to walk with you. If you're ready to move from scattered to centered, to recalibrate your nervous system, reignite your mission, and lead with deep clarity, I offer a beautiful one-on-one experience called Aligned Heart. It's for women who are done spinning and ready to ground into soul-powered alignment. And if you want a gentle starting point, I offer a pay what you want private session where we explore powerful heart math techniques together. This science-backed practice, it is like a balm, BALM, for the modern spirit, helping you regulate your energy, come home to your breath, and move forward from a place of inner steadiness. Yes, please. I don't know about you, but I have both hands raised for that on a regular. I have this deep desire for regulation. It is on my mind multiple times a day. It is a practice. It is something that just doesn't come easily, especially for high performers, myself included. But I'm dedicated to moving forward from a place of inner steadiness. Are you? You don't have to go it alone. You don't have to stay stuck in overwhelm. This solstice is a beautiful time to rise together. Thank you so much for being with me today. If this episode lit a spark, please pass it on. Share it with your sister, a colleague, someone who's been craving a reminder that their light matters. And if you're feeling the nudge to connect with me more deeply, I'd love to support you. You could head on over to heartglowceo.com or find me on Instagram at heartglowceo to learn more about booking your session. Until next time, remember this: you are light, your radiance is a gift, and the world is brighter because you're in it. This is truth, my friend. This isn't fluff. This is truth. You are light, your radiance is a gift, and the world is brighter because you're in it. with solar warmth from my soul to yours. Until next week, my friend, breathe joy.